Hey everybody, my name is Patrick May. I'm a seminarian for the Diocese of Savannah, and I'm from Augusta, Georgia. So just to start out, I'm a friend of Mr. Nafaretti. We've been friends for almost 10 years now, and we went to seminary together a few years ago, and now I know that he's your teacher, and he's a good man and a good friend of mine. So I'd like to thank him personally for allowing me to speak with you today about vocations and about my vocation in particular. So just as a brief reminder of what vocation is it's a call from God, and each of us has a vocation. The three primary vocations are, to the married life, to the religious and consecrated life as a religious sister or a religious brother, and to the priesthood. And that's where I find myself. I'm in seminary formation at Mount St. Mary's in Emmitsburg, Maryland, and I've been here for 5 years now, and it's been an incredible journey on this walk with our Lord. And my vocation in general, in specific, my vocation, it wasn't something I really thought about growing up. I didn't think that I was going to be a priest. I never imagined myself joining the priesthood. And all through high school, I went to Aquinas High School in Augusta, and I didn't really think much about vocations. I just assumed that I was going to get married and have a wife and have a big Catholic family. That's really what I always wanted. But when I was in college, I really started to try to develop a prayer life, get closer to our Lord, and I started asking a question that I had never really asked before. And it's a question that I encourage all of you to ask is, Lord, what do you want me to do with my life? I had always had plans for my own life, but I had never really asked that specific question. Lord, what do you want me to do with my life? And it takes a lot of courage to pray that prayer. And as I did, I started to hear, something that I wasn't expecting. And that was the invitation to discern the priesthood. And I was a little afraid at first. It wasn't, like I said, something that I ever imagined for myself. But the Lord really just kept calling me to the priesthood and calling me to discern that. And I followed that call, and it's brought me so much joy, so much peace and excitement on this journey to know that God has a specific plan for me. He has called me for a specific mission in the world, and He has called me to live out my mission as a Christian, Lord willing, in the holy priesthood. And I've been up here for 5 years, discerning, praying, and Lord willing, I'll be ordained a deacon this spring on my path to the priesthood in a couple of years. So it's been a great adventure. It's something that I want to encourage all of you in Vocations Awareness Week is just to pray that prayer. Lord, where are you calling me? What is your plan for me in my life? And we can't go wrong in trusting the Lord. He has the absolute most perfect plan for us. And it's for us to listen to the voice of Jesus Christ in our prayer life and really see where He's calling us. You're in middle school right now. It's something that it's never too early to begin to ask, God, what do you want me to do with my life? And He might not answer right now. He might, respond with silence, and that's okay. We don't have to have everything figured out in our time. God will reveal His plan to us when He's ready, and we're ready to respond to that. So I just encourage you to be open to the Lord, learn about the different vocations, know that God has a particular plan for each one of you individually. He has a specific plan. We're not all called to marriage. We're not all called to the priesthood, and we're not all called to religious life. And that's one of the beautiful things about our Catholic faith, is that we have our own individual calling. Each of us is called by God to do something very specific and very special in His Catholic Church. So I'll continue to pray for you guys that you may know your vocation, that you grow closer to the Lord, and especially entrust yourself to His mother. There's no one that knows Christ better than Mary. So if you're struggling in your prayer life, or you're struggling to know the Lord better, entrust yourself to His mother. She loves us so much. She's right here watching over us. And so I just continue to encourage you to grow in your vocation of holiness and to find your particular vocation in our church. one more thing. Rise up. Go Falcons. God bless you guys and hope you have a great day.